contact so very important. In the performance arts, it is an absolutely essential skill set. But why is it like that? Well, first and foremost, it creates engagement. So when we are performing, whether it's a showcase, whether it is even sometimes practice, and definitely at competition, there is audience. So there is an opportunity to create intimacy and engagement with whoever is watching us. You know what I mean, I'm pretty sure about that. And you have also seen it in theater work, in film, etc., etc. So the first reason is that engagement together with the audience. Secondly, there is an opportunity for a communication. So if I would like to say something to you, my eye contact and my focus is a direct pathway that is going to open up the opportunity to convey that intention and that emotion that I have at that very moment, right? So it's like the gateway towards which you can actually converse together with me. So there is an engagement with the audience, and then there is an opportunity to convey an emotion and an intent. Just the way that I'm speaking to you right now, I'm connecting with you and I am delivering something with an intent. We are dancing in partnership. So the third and very important role of the eye contact is actually coordinating what we are doing with our partner. Be if you are the leader or the follower, it does not matter. It is a fantastic tool to coordinate and time our actions through the visual aspect and through the focus, right? So we can really see that engagement, communication, coordination. But there's also something called presence, right? There is this extra, almost like an X factor, when you see somebody deliver their eye contact and connection with such confidence. So it actually unlocks confidence and it really demonstrates that confidence. So in the end of the day, when you master the eye connection and focus, you would want to feel that you deliver your dance with extra confidence and security. And then this way as well, there is an opportunity for you to see who I really am. When I open my eyes and when I direct my intent to you, there is an immediate contact, so you could actually see almost my inner state. And when you dance in close proximity at competitions, you could really feel that energy, and it is quite exciting. So these are the main building blocks that are and the main skill sets that you are going to gain when you really concentrate on the eye focus. But it could be a little bit overwhelming. Where do we start with that, right? It's a vast subject. So today I want to give you some really tangible pillars that should hopefully be able to serve you in all the 5 Latin dances and all the 5 ballroom dances and all the remainder styles that you have in your everyday life. So what I would like to first and foremost say is that when I have a need for an eye contact, there needs to be one or more other entities that I would like to express that connection towards. So if we take about, for instance, the competition day, right? What can we connect and who can we connect with on competition day? Let's think about that. So there is definitely the audience, right? So the audience is there all surrounding us. There are our fellow competitors that are present on the floor together with all of us. There are their partners on board as well. And so is, most importantly, my partner that I connect with. But there's also other people around. There is the judges. There is also the band members, if there is a live musician band. There could be the DJ, the cleaning staff, the security staff, the MC, so many people. And sometimes it's so early in the morning that you dance that there is actually no one, right? And you feel like, wow, there is actually nobody to come and see me here. Yet there is so many objects in the room that carry energy that are an opportunity for you to also address your focus towards. And that is also what we will be working in the course of these next few lessons. Because I don't want you to feel intimidated by the fact that there is not a human response on the other side of the dialogue, right? You can refer to what I'm saying, right? Sometimes you go and then there is actually no response back because either there's no people or the people that are there are not ready to respond back to you. So when we address our focus, that means that I am directing my attention to that particular space. So let's take 3 main topics and 3 main directions where we can address our focus. First one could be the audience. So it's a rather external focus and it is a little bit more distant from my body, right? So if everybody stand on your legs, just absolutely straight up. And I want you to present your arm forward and I want you to follow your gaze in the direction where your arm is going and really see far, far, far beyond that head, right? So you are presenting and you are connecting with the audience that is more distant to you. Very, very good. Excellent. So this is our first entity that we will converse with. The second entity would be our partner. And for the sake of clarity of today's class, my partner is going to be situated on my left-hand side. So what I would advise you to do is wherever you are, pick a certain object that is on the left-hand side of your body because that will serve the partnering object. Okay, so my partner is here. So if I direct my focus to my partner, it is now a lot more specific that it goes to that very one person and the proximity is feeling closer than it was when the audience was far away, right? So there's a feeling of a vastness and elongation and there's a feeling of a bit more proximity and closeness because he is right here beside me, right? And then the third entity we would work with is ourselves. So then the focus can also fall exactly inwards and internally. So if I am, let's say, into a closed position and I do, for instance, just a Cuban motion, my focus can be related to my shoulder, it could be related to my left hip, it could be related to my chest, it could be related to behind my back, etc. So my intent and focus is now much more internal. So when you look, you see that the eyesight is dipping downwards towards my body because this is where I want that feeling of a narrowness and closeness. So the feeling should be that you're a lot more hugged when you do your internal work, that spreading and radiation of energy opens up when there is your partner. And then when you continue to the audience, there is even greater amount of projection. So far, so good, my sweets. You're doing excellent. I'm seeing some of you already move into space with that. So to translate that to dance, let's everybody, you can choose entirely up to yourself. If you wish, you could do a cucaracha action to the right and to the left, or if you would like, you could do a Cuban motion times step, internally up to you. So what I would like to start with, I will do the cucaracha because it's a little bit more universal. So when I do the cucaracha, first and foremost, I want to pick one particular spot right in front of me. So that particular spot is going to sit exactly in the middle of my body. And I'm not going to take away my focus from that spot. So it's far away from me. And even though that there's many objects in front of me you don't see at the moment, my idea is that as I'm dancing the cucaracha, my entire focus is dedicated solely to that one particular spot. So keep moving, and doesn't matter how many we continue to dance, keep that focus on that one spot. Keep doing it. And tiki tiki kong. Tak tiki tiki. Keep it straight on. Very, very good. Excellent. So now if we move and shift that focus from a forward perspective into the perspective that now we are addressing our attention to our partner, who is literally right here on our left-hand side. Now when I dance my cucaracha, 2 and 3 and 4, I don't take my eyes off him, imagining that he's right here, imagining that he's right here. So for example, if I take my partner of the day, this will be my tripod. Meet him, yes? He comes to replace trolls every now and again, but he's really struggling. Oh my goodness, he doesn't even balance himself, even though he has 3 legs. Can you imagine that? So this will be my partner of the day. So when I'm dancing my cucaracha, I am directing my focus the entire time towards it. I don't dip my chin, I don't change the trajectory of my eyesight. You can see that very clearly. Let me see you now, starting 2 cucarachas facing forward, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Then you switch to the left side and you stay leftwards the entire time. Ready? E, stay with me, and 3 and 4. Stay with me, and 3 and 4. Change to partner, and 3 and 4. Change to partner, and 3 and 4. Very good. And you guessed it. Now the third time when we dance, instead of directing it over to him, we are now directing it to our own self. So now the chin needs to dip, the physicality changes, so the chin dips and my eyesight gazes a lot more downwards and it's rather steep, my sweet. So if you are my partner and I connect with you here the entire time, if I now change that connection to an internal connection, that would feel very different because the movement is going to be dipped down focus-wise and chin-wise. Very good. So now I want to see that change, please. Let's do it from partner twice into internal twice. So we're changing on the count of 2. Ready? And partner 3 and 4, 1. Stay partner 3 and 4. Change internal to yourself and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Very good. So try and make sure that when you dip your chin, you're still keeping an elongated posture of your back spine, so it doesn't ruin the way that you are presenting yourself. Very good. You're doing excellent. So now we will do the 3 of them back to back. Ready? And stay audience 3 and 4. Pick up that spot. Chicken 3 and 4. Change to him. Change to internal. Bum tiki ting king ka. Zakung ka kung kong. Right? I'm sure it feels very different the 3 ways that you danced that, right? So there is a different sense of stretch. When you're forward, there's a different sense of connect, and then there's different sense of softness and intimacy. This is very, very good. So now, this is the direction that I am addressing, right? Very clear. Forward to him or to myself. And that is now where the fun starts. The pathway is very, very exciting because that is when the variables start to begin. So the pathway, meaning from me staying with audience to, let's say, me changing to him, could happen in a direct and quite fast way. This is how we have been doing it so far. So ta tiki ting ting ta, and I stay with you, and now from here my pathway is very direct towards him. What direct means is from A to B in the most efficient way, right? For those of you who are familiar with the United States map, if I'm going to go from here to Boston to visit Scarlett, right? I am not going to go and Kate all the way to Florida and then go to Boston. I'm going to go straight to Boston from New York City. So that means that from here, I need to send my focus as immediate over to the left as possible. So there is an option for me to do it direct and fast. And this is what you've done so far, right? This is the first impactful way we're used to doing. Of course, that's not the only way. There is also an indirect way. So if direct is more like this, an indirect could be a metronome experience, it could be a pendulum pathway, or it could be very wavy way to get there, right? So now if I want from my connection with you all here to say I will do an indirect change over towards my partner. Instead of switching sharply here, I can bring that change of focus through a metronome way. So if I'm doing 2 and 3 and 4 with you, and 2 and 3 and 4, 1, I can actually slowly and softly change through an indirect way over to the left side of my body.